The S1, we looked at what the S1 was, let's say, has changed in on the outside. Now, looking further towards more the inner workings of the S1, we did update a couple of things, specifically print and cut functionality. Now, print and cut functionality is quite a, let's say, a long story. I would just want to summarize a part of it and then focus on what has changed. So first of all, the OPOS itself, so optical positioning system, is a, let's say, a system that we developed in 1996. So we were one of the first to have a print and cut workflow or a print and cut system in place. Since then, this functionality has been updated a couple of times. The first update was a lot later with OPOS, what we call OPOS 2.0, which is an increase in productivity. Just checking if my mic is still active. So increased in productivity. Then later, a lot later, we had a new functionality. There was one in between, OPOS X. This was a major hardware update because the sensors today are all OPOS X sensors and no longer the old style OPOS sensor. Now OPOS XY is a functionality that was added. This is basically the black line in front that you can see, and this gives a additional alignment points to measure. So if you have any deformation on your media, we have more information to adapt to that deformation. Furthermore, a couple of years ago, we introduced OPOS XY2 because what we saw in print and cut workflows is that along the length of the, let's say, the print, there was also a change in deformation. So we had to use multiple information to be able to compensate for this. So that's why we introduced OPOS XY2, which is measuring the front and the rear black line. And then lastly, we have the newly introduced OPOS functionality. Again, this is an addition on top of the standard OPOS functionality. It is called OPOS Extra. Now, what is different from OPOS Extra is that for every set of marks that you have on the edges, you have an additional XY line in the middle. Now, the advantage of this is purely focused on people doing smaller stickers, and they need to have the highest accuracy. So again, for every registration mark, we measure the ones on the edges, we measure the black line in front and also the black line on level with those registration marks. And this gives you a, let's say, an updated or a higher accuracy along your complete job. So it splits up your job into smaller sections, but in the end, it just is cut as one job. So again, OPOS Extra is an addition on top. You do not always have to use it. It is just when there is need, you can actually activate this. So OPOS Extra adds to OPOS. So let's just look at a cut job that we did. Specifically here, if you look closely, this is of course done with a beta rip. So you see GoSign at the bottom left. GoSign is waiting for information. Very important that this functionality that I'm showing here is with ProPack, which is a payable option, but it is still available as a standard workflow. Why am I using ProPack here? Because I'm splitting up my pre-prepared job into two sections. One that does print and cut, and the other one that does flex cut, but that flex cut or perforation cut I'm going to use on the flatbed. We'll not show this in this webinar because I want to purely focus on the roll cutter. So here you can see we have a longer job. In GoSign you can clearly see the crosshairs. These are all the measurement points that we're going to take. So you get a nice visual feedback, and here you can see that the first part, so the first 4 marks and the first 2 XY lines are red. So the barcode functionality is there, and you can just add up onto that the type of, let's say, the print and cut workflow that you want to use. So in this case, it is Opus Extra. It just, yeah, of course, cuts. Important here is that you will need to have a RIP that does this for you. This is not something easily done manually, so you need to find a RIP that supports this, and luckily in the coming, let's say, weeks and months, we will have, let's say, updates of major RIP suppliers that will offer this functionality for you. Once the first part is done, it automatically starts to read the next set of marks, and in addition to that, it will read those Opus XY lines as well. So again, an increased productivity here, an increased accuracy. Productivity is achieved by using the barcode. So the barcode itself is available on S1, similar to the, let's say, to how we did it on the S-Class 2. So through cutter control or through your RIP. But if you want to have the additional capabilities of splitting up your print and cut job, which was pre-prepared in your RIP will send a kiss cutting job and a flex cutting job to the cutter. With GoSign, we are able to split this up over multiple sections. You can still do this together, but in what I'm showing here is we're splitting this up. So once this job is finished, you will notice that it will automatically go to the next one. You see that the job disappears all of a sudden. This is basically due to the fact that the job was completely sent to the cutter, and then it's just working from the memory of the cutter. In this case, it's just waiting for a barcode job. So let's just have this finish, and then you will see it starts again, goes to do a load function because it wants to know, of course, that there is enough material, and then it will look for the start of its next job, reads the barcode, and then it opens up the job again, and the complete workflow continues. So, to me, so as you can see, the cutter is already finished here. Yeah, we did a bit of movie magic here. We actually had a let's say, a video that we filmed up front, because otherwise this cutter is continuously working and interfering with what I'm saying, and I'm totally distracted. Now, like I said, the Opus Extra functionality is something that the RIP will do for you, especially in combination with barcode. If we want to look at how we're going to set up a print and cut workflow, what I did was I looked at, so we had FlexiSign, we had Caldera already on the webinar. Now I'm looking at Onyx. So for all those Onyx users out there, in the following section, I'm going to explain you how to set up a simple print and cut workflow using Onyx Thrive in this case, but the workflow is the same for the other Onyx versions.